What is up, everyone? This is Blake with the Game Examiner, and this is the review for Ride to Hell Retribution. First announced in 2008 and set to release in 2009 but never did, the game was cancelled according to various gaming websites like IGN and GameSpot, and it was removed from the Deep Silver website too. We were made to believe that this would be an open world experience with objects in the world as our weapons, and after being cancelled, development continued at Technics without Deep Silver Vena, which closed in early 2010. After this, the design took a major dive, having to cut back on budget and also cutting out the open world elements, making this a linear, story-driven game. Word of the game supposedly set to launch in March of 2013 under the name Cook's Mad Recipe, but later was made clear that Cook's Mad Recipe would be DLC that would be released at launch, still keeping the name Ride to Hell Retribution. Released June 25th, 2013, it currently has a Metacritic score of only 20 out of 100. And after playing this game, I don't see it getting any higher anytime soon. The game takes place in 1969. You play as a lone rider, Jake Conway, a Vietnam vet and a member of a family of bikers. You are greeted when you arrive home by a man named Mac, your father's friend whom was raised and protected Jake and his younger brother after the death of their father. You come home from war to a city you once knew, but quickly realize that things aren't the same. The town's murder rate is on a rise from a rival biker gang, the Devil's Hand. Jake is on a mission to kill each and every member of the gang that took part in the killing of Mikey, Jake's younger brother. After the killing, vengeance is the only thing that is on Jake's mind. It is a very cliche story, and half the game will have you wondering what is going on, because when you're riding a bike or fighting, it'll just abruptly switch to a cutscene in a location that you were nowhere near moments ago. But enough with the story, let's move on to the graphics. The first sight of this game had me feeling like I was playing a PlayStation 2 game. The design of this game is terrible, and I can usually get past bad graphics if the gameplay is decent, but I cannot believe the level that this game took it to.
You know how to move, Tony. This is like a skinny little old baby cow, ain't he? You ever slice an ear off of a baby cow? They scream and scream. It's funny.
Mikey, I got your burger. Let's go.
Looks like you've been summoned, boy. Run on home now. Hey! Stop! Where'd you get that cut?
Texture pop-ins are constant, character designs are just lazy. I honestly can't believe that they released this game in the condition that it's in. Movement is terrible, lips are out of sync, there's voices but no sound effects, making it look and sound awkward. All in all, the graphics are complete failure. But I can get past bad graphics and a boring cliche story as long as the gameplay is fun. So how fun is the gameplay? The gameplay is amazingly horrible. Let me start off with the opening cutscene. You are riding down a desert road when it abruptly switches to you shooting a big ass mounted gun at people running towards you. But the thing about it is, you don't have to shoot back. If you sit there and let them shoot you, you won't die. You will succeed through the cutscene. The gameplay is on a timer. Surviving the timer equals winning. And again, in the early parts of the gameplay, it abruptly switches to you fighting. And what better way to do this than a QuickTime event? But the QuickTime event is pointless. Literally no need for it. If you don't smash the buttons, your character will still punch the guy the same way and win as if you would have mashed the buttons. You can't die in a QuickTime event, rendering this feature useless. So how is actual combat? It's terrible. You can kick to break blocks, punch, counterattack, that doesn't work half the time. Hold punch for an awkward looking haymaker that every enemy does exactly the same. The enemy AI is not varietied at all. They are all programmed with the same combat style, punch, punch, haymaker. Well, onto the guns. The aiming is sluggish, and around 15 bullets to take down one enemy is useless, making headshots the only useful shot with a gun. Don't waste your ammo unless you're blowing heads off. Now on to riding your motorcycle. Alright, the combat has been bad, the shooting even worse, QuickTime events are useless, so they had to spend all their time making the motorcycle segment amazing. Wrong. I can't think of a game that has worse driving mechanics. You drive down the same desert road with the same trees and buildings every 10 feet. With the same streets littered with the same construction equipment, with the same gas truck turned sideways, with sheet metal just happened to be laid out perfectly for a jump every 50 feet. You hit something, you don't fly off your bike, you get a flash and then you start over 10 feet back. Slow down too much and the same thing happens. And if you're chasing someone on a motorcycle, there is no way of catching up to them. You just drive to avoid out-of-place objects until you reach a certain unshown timer. Fighting on bikes is just as bad. A biker will ride up next to you and throw you into a quick time event. But the same as combat, if you just sit there and ride and let the biker hit you, he will get tired of hitting you and swerve off, killing himself every time. Then a clone will do the same thing over and over until you reach your destination. I was looking forward to this game, and after the first hour, I was forcing myself to keep playing just so I could get this review out for my subscribers. It is painful to play this game for more than 30 minutes. It is downright offensive to ask someone to pay $29 for this game. But if you're still not convinced, go rent this game and try it for yourself. I give this game a 1 out of 10. This is close to the worst game I have ever played. There is no excuse to release a game in this condition. This title should have stayed canceled, and they should have taken their money and started up a new title, because this game is just embarrassing. This is Blake with the Game Examiner, and until next time, stay gaming. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, click that button, and please click that like button. It helps us out a lot. Also, I want y'all to go check out my boys channel at jhold4149, aka Hold It Down Gaming. He's doing his thing over there, and we're actually going to be doing some work together pretty soon, making some videos. We don't really know what we're going to be doing yet, but go show his channel some love by subscribing and checking out his content. Thank y'all.